Welcome back to Drafting 101 with Ryu Rakunchon. So today we're doing Anatomy of a Bagel, where you'll learn what plan, section, and elevation is. So a bagel, let's draw this bagel together at a full scale. So first let's start with the plan. Plan meaning you're looking down at a piece that you're trying to draw. So in this case, circle on circle, measure that. It is 4.5 inches in the exterior circle and then 1.5 inches in the interior circle, coming from the same center point. So elevation is next, right? Elevation is if you lift this entire piece up, like so, that is an elevation. It is what your piece looks like standing up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw up some guidelines because this piece essentially from plan to elevation is the exact same size. Now we have some guides of where the piece extends to, which is the exterior of the circles. I've pre-measured a lot of things because I know now that this bagel with everything in it fully is 1.5 inches. As you can see here, there's the two bagels pieces, there's the cream cheese, and then there's the lox, right? So all of that I've already pre-measured and now drawing it in. So looking at it just now, we see that there's a piece above and there's a piece below, which are the bagels. I'm using my French curve to draw this so that the curves are very precise. At the bottom of a bagel, because it's baked, it will remain flat. And similarly, up above, there's a little bit of a ridge, but not too much. As you can see here, there's a little bit of it, but we're going to call it pretty much straight at this point. So that's good. And we see that there's a cut in between the two to fill in the 1/4 inch of cream cheese and the 1/4 inch of lox. So we're going to draw that in on the two sides. So that's pretty much done, right? 2 bagels, cream cheese, and lox. We're not truly done. Why? Because the bagels actually have a hollow center. How do we tell that to people that they have a hollow center? We communicate that by hidden lines, which are represented by dashed lines. However, bagels don't have a straight line hollow because the bagel itself is a curve. So we'll have to show that this bagel curves inwards towards its own center. You'll see in a bit what I mean once I talk a little bit more about section. But in order to show that there's either something that's different inside that we can't see right now, use dashed lines. And again, in order to draw the curves, use your French curve tools. Great, let's talk about section. A section is when you literally cut into the piece, right, and reveal more information about the piece you are drafting. And here we can see the layer of the bagel, the cream cheese, the lox, and the bagel again, and the hole that's in between them. But you can also see that the 4 sides of these bagels are solid on the inside. Next would be to transfer the elevation into a section. And the first part is easy. It's essentially pretty much the same with your elevation, right? So we are just going to pull some lines over because we already have those measurements. We're going to copy exactly what we've done with the top part of the bagel. Now this is where things gets a little bit different. You have to now draw in that dotted line that we have drawn previously to explain that this piece of bagel actually is a circle that divots into the center. As we've seen before, just now that we've cut into it, right? We have 2 parts of the bagel that we've cut into. There's a hollow middle, and the rest of the bagel is also cut into, right? So we have 2 half circles within that plane. Same with the bottom. The bottom will have the one part of the bagel that has been cut into. Draw that in, and then there's a hollow center. Then another part that we cut into, like so. Boom, boom. Great. And then we draw it in the line that we've cut it in. Bam. Because the line that's in the center, it's further away. So what I've done was that I've made that line weight a little lighter because it's further away. And then you draw in a clear line in the center so that we can tell folks that one layer is cream cheese and the other layer is lox. The most important thing here is that once you cut into something that is solid, drafting convention wise, you have to hatch. This is a way for us to understand that the piece that you are seeing here in section is a solid piece, right? As you can see, I skipped the center, which is the hole, because remember, when we cut through this, the hole was hollow, and we've only cut through the bagels, right? Not the hole in the bagel, just the bagel part, the bread of the bagel part itself, like so. What else have we cut through? We did cut through the cream cheese. So here I am hatching into the cream cheese. Let's take a closer look into this section. So as we can see here, I've hatched the places that we've cut into. Noted that in the center, of course we sliced through the bread, right? But in the center there is that center hole as opposed to the bagel pieces and the lox that we have. As you can see here, we can see through the section into the other side of the bagel, which means that we can see the cream cheese and lox from the other side, and we did not cut through the center. So before we finish, there is one more dimension that we need, which is the radius, to show where the center of the bagel is. Give folks some notes on what your bagel is made of, and hope you enjoy the bagels. See you next time.